Hello all, my name is Jack Smith and I'm a fellow CoC student, as many of you might be. In dealing with this troubling time, I have worked with the College of Computing to allow a platform to provide you guys with a guided meditation. I have been working out some issues with my software and my system, so I hope that this sounds okay, the volume is right, and everything is understandable. On a sidebar over here, you'll see a track list. The information's pretty explanatory. These are just some songs that you might like to enjoy, as I didn't want to play them through here, as I was having some difficulties getting the volumes adjusted the right way with the way my microphone is set up. So take a second if you want some music, either find some of your own, or I recommend the ones on the sidebar. Without much further ado, this is going to be a short 15-minute-ish guided meditation with some light stretching to help relieve some of the stress that we might have been feeling during our time in quarantine. So if we meet each other in this seated space, take a second, find your center, adjust yourself a little bit, maybe noticing some tightness and some strange feelings in certain muscles. Find our peace for a minute. Start to take deep inhales and exhales. As we continue to breathe here, focus on inhaling with the gut and not with the chest. We should feel the deepness and the fullness of our breath as we warm up here. Take a few more of these breaths. We're going to move forward into some very short, light stretching. If at any point you want to stop and take a minute to hold a stretch a little bit longer, or extend this meditation a little bit more along the lines of the songs listed, or adding some more of your own, please just pause the video and pick back up whenever you're ready. Now for our stretching, we're going to start with our left side. I'm going to look mirrored to you guys, so that's okay. Listen to what I say, not exactly as I do. We're going to take our right arm, place it out, lift our left arm and come up and reach over our right side. We don't want to collapse. We don't want to come forward. We want to stay in line, feeling the length of our body. Still breathing deeply as we were. Holding here as long as we like. Flowing over to the other side. Left arm comes down, right arm goes up. We come across and over. Same idea. Similar amounts of time. Slowly returning to our center. Returning back. Now if we're sitting seated like me right now, we're going to start rotating around the hips, trying to keep our glutes glued to the floor as we find our balance and start activating our cores here. Slowly stopping and rotating the other way. Noticing one side might be slightly more difficult than the other. Starting to become in sync with our bodies. Once we've taken all the circles we want to take, we'll come back to our center, paused and relax, and start to reach forward, keeping seated, reaching out towards the ground, towards the walls in front of us. Loosening our hips. Still breathing. Slowly coming back to our center. We're going to take both arms and reach up now. Reaching as high as we can towards the sky, keeping our shoulders down and relaxed as we continuously reach up. Slowly come back down. This is where our bulk meditation begins. Now, if you prefer to sit with your music and be at peace for a moment, be prepared to pause the video just after I give my first couple of instructions. If you want to follow me similarly for a shorter meditation, I'm going to give some instructions and sit here in peace with you all as we go through this. If you have a complete other direction you'd like to go, please simply take a moment, pause the video, take your time, your 15, 20, 30 minutes, 45, without my instruction, and do so. However, I encourage you guys, you all, to be at peace here in this minute and ride with me through this journey. It will be short, it will be sweet. I'll offer some help as to how we can focus and meditate better. Let's begin. We can stay seated exactly as we are now. If we're more comfortable lying down, we can do so as well. It's not super important where we are. We just want to feel at peace. We want to feel sturdy. We want to feel strong. We want to be able to relax. From our seated or lying down position, on our next exhale, we'll start to relax our body, thinking of tension that could be hiding. Some of us might hide it in our shoulders, in our ankles, in our neck. We want to feel at ease. Still taking those deep breaths from before. Our eyes close. Our mouths may drift open. we find our peace. We can focus on the noise and the music we hear. We can focus on the air we feel on our skin. To allow us to drift into a deep moment of peace. If we're not finding that peace as well as we think we should, we can imagine we're having an out-of-body experience. We close our eyes. We envision our space around us, whether it be a room, a bed, the outside, hopefully alone. And we envision ourselves walking out of our own body and looking around in the space that we were just in, trying to imagine and focus on every single detail. Which items were scattered around the room? If we're in a yard, is there a fence, trees? Once we feel we've determined the layout of this space, imagine walking to another space and envisioning that area just like we remember it. Continue going to different places and envisioning them. Now is the time, or within the next minute or so, that if you want to meditate significantly longer, please pause the video. Otherwise, we're going to enjoy this space together. Again, if we'd like to continue meditating, now is the time to pause the video. Otherwise, I'm going to continue. If our eyes are not already open, re-engage with the world around us. Become aware, reconnect ourselves with this space in this moment. Roll our necks around. I appreciate you allowing me to share this time with you and embrace this difficult time we're going through together. I ask for your sympathy and your patience, as this is the first time I've done something like this. And I hope it will not be the last. I hope to provide you all with many more videos like this in nature until the end of this difficult period. Thank you so much. Namaste.